Day 145. Decent morning, bunch of stars out. I had to go to the warming hut to grab my electronics. I left them in there charging all night. So when I woke up, I had no idea what time it was. It was like 3:30. I have no idea where the guys are. I hope they hitched way down the way so it gives me something to catch up to, because, you know, I'm in more of a hurry than they are. I'd like to get more miles going, but they're kind of slowish. But we have different goals. They're section hikers. I'm a through hiker. There are differences. If they didn't have my stuff in their van, I'd just cruise on and leave them. Nothing against them. Totally like them. They're just slow. But unfortunately, they have my passport and stuff like that in the van. Shit that I need. So, got to hang out with them till I get to the van, and then they'll drop me off at Rollins, and then I'm free to do my thing. But it's kind of painful how slow they go. So I'm hoping that hitch, because I know they wanted to hitch a few miles up the road, and then there was a few miles of dirt road, so I'm hoping they were able to hitch up that as well, so that'll save me a little time. I'll catch them. Come on. Also, sit here, do my crawler thing. I'm enjoying my coffee. Well, I'm not enjoying it yet. It's still heating up, but I will be soon. It was nice having this warming hut, though. I got another video uploaded while I slept, so that's really nice. More space in my phone. It was a big one, too. One of my favorites so far. I actually watched the video while I edited it. That rarely happens. But it was the one where we were up in Cube Rock and stuff, so it was pretty exciting, thunderstorm and snow and all sorts of stuff up on huge boulders. It was just good stuff. But it was a long video, man. It was going to be over an hour and a half. I had to cut stuff off to make it fit, because I'm not really allowed to go over an hour and a half. My video editor just stops there for some reason. I'm cool with that. Nobody needs to be making hour and a half videos. Come on. Get my thing going and see if I can catch those guys. God, I hope they got to ride like 15 miles. That'd make it a little challenge. Just a little one. There is an all-you-can-eat in the next town. I think it's like 70-ish miles away. Well, let's see if we can get in there. I got to get in by lunch, so that's even better, man. Gives me a little time. But I slept really well here. It's nice. My tent's still wet, though. Why do I wake up with a wet tent like every day, man? But at least my toes aren't frozen, so yeah, there's perks. Let's get going. I got stuff to do. And we're off. I'm supposed to be going down that way and down a road, and then back over to another road. It leads to yet another road. But I eventually need to head in this direction. So, why not just head in this direction? Everything links up eventually, right? Well, not everything, but I doubt I have to bushwhack it all. There's a snowmobile area, that's why there's a warming hut. So I'm sure they've made tracks that lead to my tracks. As far as Idaho mornings go, it's pretty pleasant. Only a bit chilly, a little breeze, but not freezing. Evidently, yesterday I finally finished Montana. I was not aware of that. You travel back and forth between Montana and Idaho so much you don't know. Well, I don't know what state I'm in. I'm sure a lot of people do. I don't, because I don't really care. So, yeah, technically yesterday, at some point, or maybe the day before for me. It was yesterday for the guys, so I think it was the day before for me. Finished that, and today, somebody really likes doing circles here. And today I finish Idaho. I don't know where I'm at. Par for the course. And then Montana's a huge state. Especially if you walk along the border. But it'll be nice to, check those things off. Just good for my, psyche, my mental wellness. Well, they're checking some stuff off. All I had was New Mexico. So, boom, New Mexico and Montana, the biggest states on this map. Idaho almost done. Hardest parts of Wyoming done. So I just have a few little pieces of Wyoming and then all of Colorado. Okay, I believe this is my road. I'll check the map again. Road walking. That's a real good thing I asked those people for water yesterday. I had enough to make coffee. I got a liter on my chest. And a long way to water. It's like 9 miles, the next water dot on the map. So, luckily, I'm not gonna sweat. 1 liter definitely get me 9 miles. Might be a little thirsty when I get there, but I can fix that. And there might be something along the way. But yeah, had I not asked for water, I'd be in a bad place right now. I do like having the roads all to myself. You have to road walk, you know, I walk with traffic. I believe this is my turn, but I'm gonna check the map. I do that sometimes. Moose Creek. What? SMR HM? Anyway, Moose Creek. SMRM. I don't know what SMR HM stands for. SMRM. I don't know. State maintained road. State maintained road, HM. HM. I don't know. Oh yeah, check the map. Well, good thing I checked the map. Everything's kind of blurry. I probably have condensation on my lens. Tis moist. I'm supposed to go up and take the next right. Not Moose Creek. SMRM. The next one. Duh. Oh, beautiful morning. Right, this is my road. I'm pretty sure. Fish Creek Road. Yeah, that's the road I'm looking for. 35. I better slow it down a little bit. A little backhoe just in case I need to do some gardening. Okay, hopefully they got a hitch a good 10-15 miles up this road. Bet I still catch them. As fast as you can hitch, I can hike. Nice enough road where it's super mellow. I don't even need a headlamp. Skies aren't as light for me as they are on the camera, but enough to where I can see a good 50 yards ahead of me. Can't see into the woods very well, but screw it. There's not bears around here. Come on. I'm not sure exactly how far I am away, but it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 miles from the border. That's a bit closer than I thought. Oh, it'll be good to wipe yet another map off. Check. It's gonna feel good. Curious if I can make that happen today. Man, if it was just road walking like this, because I still have like 15 more miles on this road, I believe. Didn't do the math. Just guessing by length. Although I guess as a man we often exaggerate by length. but not all of us have to. Light's just starting to peek through the trees a little bit. Guess it doesn't really show up on camera, but it looks cool to my eyes. Easy peasy road walking. I can handle this for a while, man. Nice. We got some pink clouds going on. I think I'm gonna pull over here, do a little wardrobe change. Wish I had safety supplies, but nah. Count gave me a little nug the other day, well, a few days back, and I rationed it as best as I could, but yesterday, before breakfast, I depleted those supplies. So now I'm all fully sober crawler. Not drinking, not smoking. What a shame I'll have to do these activities sober. Too soft to sit in, it cling to me. Oh, that's a nice spot right there. Well, the guys don't seem to respond to my texts. I sent a few. I mean, it was only like 7:30, so they're probably still sleeping. But I sent them a mildly condescending one. It says, hey, I hope you guys got a hitch. I'm planning on crushing miles into the next all-you-can-eat place. And for you guys, hitching is the best way to keep up with me or keep pace with me. Good luck. See you there. I know it's going to sting, but facts are facts. I actually want them to hitch. That way we can move a little bit faster. Oh, you gotta appreciate hiker sign. I'm walking on this road for, I don't know, 10, 12 miles now. And I'd have kept following it. But there's a big arrow here. Thank you for putting that arrow there. I would have passed right by it. Oh, I'm having memories of this. If a bunch of these continue. I believe there's an area that was dirt road like this where the Forest Service came and used heavy equipment to make all these berms to make sure the cars can't take it. They put that boulder there I'm willing to bet as well. And then they just dug out the road every once in a while where they thought people could get on. I'm not sure if it's the same spot, but I think it is. This is what I remember. I don't know why they needed to keep putting berms up after that first one, though. Because if you can get past that first one, these ones are not slowing you down. I'm guessing this was a big road at one point. A long time ago. Well, however long it takes for these trees to grow this big. I've never seen ants make a pile of pine needles. but it's definitely an anthill. That's my first. Maybe keep some warm in the winter. A Sobo has come through here semi-recently. I can tell by the angle of the pole holes. That's some downhill stuff right there. Curious who's in front of me. Again, thank you for the arrow. The water was not at the water icon on the map. It was 0.3 ahead of it, or behind, depending on which way you're going. I do remember this one. There's the little thing there. It trickled down out of a pipe, and this was filled with dead mice. At least I think this is the one. Yep. We thought we were getting fresh water. We came over here, pulled the lid off, looked inside, and no, I don't think that's a mouse. Maybe they sunk. I can't see in. That's cool. I don't want to see them. I'm going to drink them. Yep, I read back in the comments. I was here on September 10th, and this was the one filled with rodents. Oh, my bag is almost ready to go. And there's no rodents in there, not a single one. Yeah, there's probably tons of them in there, but I don't care. And I found a socket wrench, because you always need one of those out here. Mine, all mine. I don't even know what this is. Mastercraft? I never even heard of that stuff. And as I walk back just a few minutes later, there's sunshine all over the place. How groovy is that? Because I was like, man, it's just cold and overcast. But that's all in that direction, man. Nothing but blue skies above now, baby. Good. Wasn't cold, but, you know, I was mildly uncomfortable the whole time. But not so much that I was willing to put on a layer. Nice that the sun will come out and do its job. Oh yeah, that was just a big line of clouds that was sitting over me. Slowly moving away. Okay, and we're off. Grab 2 liters. Should be more than enough to get me out of this state. I hit the border in about 10 miles or so. No problem. Where the fuck did these clouds come from? What the hell? They just like appear or something, man? Those were not here a few minutes ago. I had blue skies, whatever. I was enjoying that little bit of sunshine. It lasted all of like 15 minutes, and where'd these things come from? Whatever. Carry on. So how much taxpayer money do you think they paid to dig all these holes and make all these berms? I mean, there's tons of them. They're everywhere. That's what, every 50 yards or so? I can see the one after that. So how much money did we spend to destroy a road that we paid to build? That's probably why trail maintenance sucks. They spend their money on the wrong things. Can't believe there's like, you know, because there's probably a group of people sitting at a table and they're like, you know, we should spend a couple million destroying that road that we spent a couple million building. And everyone's like, great idea, Johnson. You deserve a raise and a promotion. You know, we all deserve raises and promotions. I second that. Yeah, I can imagine how these meetings go. I don't see the point. That's a huge berm of dirt. They had to bring heavy machinery out here, dig big holes, pile stuff up every 50 yards. Right, that one might be 80 yards up, but still, they're nuts. But still, berms on berms on berms. Why? If memory serves, there's a really old Dr. Pepper bottle around here somewhere. I wonder if it's still here. I mean, you can tell by the shape of the glass, it was a really old bottle, all twisty and whatnot. Probably worth a handful of bucks on eBay. Maybe a good 20, maybe 25. I'm just curious if it's still here. And why do I remember a piece of garbage years later? Yeah. It's weird what sticks in your mind. But at least they didn't tear this road up, although I'm pretty sure they did near the end. I remember a lot of those berms. Looking for tire tracks. If I see any of those, I know there's no berms. Not that the berms are difficult or anything, it's just annoying to climb over them. And annoying that we spent money to have to do that. Was I misremembering? Got a really old Coke bottle. It's got the green glass. How old is that? Probably not all that old. But I don't know. But I could as far as a Dr. Pepper bottle. Maybe it's just really old garbage on this thing. That's some really old garbage. Look at that hole. Seen a few of those off to the side. What's that shiny thing right there? Just a piece of plastic. Shiny stuff always gets me. Yeah, I would have traveled down that road, but there's an arrow there, an arrow here, CDT written out, and more freaking berms. I can see 3 of them from where I'm standing. You probably can't see the third one because it's just above the second in hunts. Yeah, not from this angle. Not from there. Why? Why? Making no sense to me. You're making no sense. Here's another one. And they got some babies outside. See those white things? Those are gonna be ants. Never seen them use pine needles like that. I have to assume it's to keep them warm, or the mound warmer in the winter. And get a layer of snow on it. Stuff underneath starts to decompose. Decomposition gives off a little bit of heat, and therefore the top of your anthill does not freeze solid. I would assume that they just dig deeper and get beyond the frost line for the winter, and maybe they do both. I don't know. Green glass bottle with a metal top that still looks like it has the seal intact. Some sort of liquid in there still. Let's taste it. Huh. Old garbage. I'm kind of a fan. I'm liking a lot of the rocks around here. They're a mixture between glass and rock. There's huge boulders of it. polished by time. Some of them not so polished. You can tell when you look through here that people came through and cut every little tree down. I'm assuming they had a fire or something. Maybe the beetles came through. And instead of just leaving it standing and having a buttload of standing dead, they just went through and just cut everything down. And, you know, it's going to rot away in no time. Trees get to grow. Everybody's happy. I really should have done this in many other places. Well, not doing half bad today. It's only a little after 10. I've already done a little more than 13 miles. I am right on the cusp of where the blue line meets back up with the CDT. And then it's like maybe another 6 miles to the border, and I get to switch maps. Well, I hope I downloaded the other ones. Pretty sure I did. We've been in Wyoming. Yeah, I did. We've been in Wyoming a lot, haven't we? I'm not sure what to do about Yellowstone. I know I need permits and they tell me where to camp and that kind of bullshit, but I haven't dealt with any of that yet. Not really sure how, and honestly, I don't care. Wonder how long Yellowstone is. Can I do it in just a day or two? I bet I can. It's touristy shit, most of it. I just like to have permits for one main reason. Last time we came through here, they had off-duty cops as rangers. And you could definitely tell this guy was. Because he came over, gave me a little attitude. I walked by him without even talking to him. Didn't even look at him. Because I knew what I'd say to him. And then the person I was with, she went over and started talking to him because she likes cops. I've just never had good experiences. One good experience so far. That's not a lot. So, you know, I want the permit just so when I deal with that pig, I can, you know, I got the papers, so I can just fuck with him, you know, make him jump through hoops to see my papers. Pretend I can't find him, hold him up, you know, do whatever I want to do, because this is my world. Y'all just live in it. So, yeah, I probably have to go to the touristy area and then go talk to them and get my papers. And they'll be like, where'd you camp last night? And I'll be like, probably about 40 miles south. Because that's well out of their territory. And they'll be like, you can't do 40 miles. I'm like, fuck, I can't. You know, and they make fun of them. I'm like, no, you can't because you're soft. You know, I'm a jerk to certain people, certain kinds of people that are jerks to everybody else. So they deserve whatever I throw at them. Now I'm going to kick it here for a little while. Wish I had something for a safety meeting. Oh, listen to my stomach growl because I am not in the mood to eat anything I have. I keep throwing a little bit of stuff in me, but like it's like I have to chew it up and drink some water with it to get it down. I'm just, I don't know, sick of everything I've got. It is what it is, man. We'll press on. I just got a message from the guys. They got a hitch up to where that first wooden arrow was. They told me to go off the road and onto a trail. And that's only about 4 miles behind me, so they're not doing too bad. I think they should be in town on Sunday. I don't know what day today is, but bet I get there quicker. Back on the CDT. I would like to take this time to brag that over the course of the past few days, those guys have hitchhiked a good 25 miles or so, and they're still miles behind me. Dun, dun, dun! Alright, so they want to be in town on Sunday, which means I can easily make it there by Sunday. I don't know what time the all-you-can-eat lunch starts. I'm assuming around noon. Today is Friday afternoon. 2 days of hiking. Shit, I bet I can make it there Saturday night. I don't know how far it is, but I bet I can make it there Saturday night. I'll find out how far it is when I switch maps, because unfortunately, one of the many flaws of the Far Out app is you're only allowed to have one map open at a time. So if I wanted to see what was beyond, I'd have to get rid of the map I have now and then bring the other one in And sometimes it logs you out for the fun of it. And when you're logged out, you can only log back in when you have service. So you can only change maps when you have service. Glaring flaw, but one of many. I'm not sure who runs the far out thing, but it's obvious they're not putting any effort into it. They're like, we already put a little effort into it, and we're just going to collect the money off of it until somebody comes along and makes something better. If I knew how to make an app, man. I mean, it's got some great qualities to it. You know, GPS works offline, and the comments. That's really what it's all about. Other than that, their maps are flawed, outdated, missing a lot of information. And then the whole logging you out, and you can only do things when you're logged in with service. Doesn't seem that hard to me. If I had an app, because I know people who have done some of the mapping for them, and they just download a thing on their phone, and it, you know, pings every once in a while, and then they put information in, and it tracks them. So I would be like, okay, got this app. Anybody can download the thing, and it just tracks where you walk. And you realize I would have exactly where the trail is, exactly where the hikers go, in which town, you know, where they walk off to get water, because thousands of people will have given you information. People love that kind of stuff. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. You just put that thing on there, tracks, you get to put comments in, blah, blah, blah. But have an accurate map of the trail. And be able to pull up the whole thing. If I want to have from Mexico all the way to Canada open on my screen, I should have that option. If I want to overlay two of their lame maps, because not all maps have the same information on them. The topo one, it comes in both meters and feet. And the meters one has a lot more information on it than the feet one does. But I would like to be able to overlay maps. Overlay the topo meters over the satellite imagery so I can see where the trees start and stop and things like that. But right now, if I wanted to look at both those maps, I have to be online or logged in, close one map out entirely, load the next one in, and look at that. You know, and that takes a minute. Nobody's willing to do that. Yeah, many improvements. This is, I think, the third or fourth time I've ran into them. And Seawolf, she has amazing legs. And I don't remember the dude's name, but he gave me great directions when I was trying to find the van. I was walking down that road, I was like, I'm feeling uncertain. And I talked to him, and he's like, a white van with a blue Prius behind it? I was like, oh, thank you. You know, because it was still a couple miles down. I would not have gone down that far. But this will be the last time I run into them. Seem like really good people. I wouldn't mind traveling with them for a while. But I'm a sobo. Ew. Squinting, looking into the sun. When there is sun. They said they just stealth camped through all of Yellowstone. Didn't bother getting permits or anything. There weren't a whole lot of people there. They saw one ranger. Not exactly sure what I'll do. I'll find out. Looks like I just stepped into Yellowstone. So do I have to pay to sleep if I wanted to sleep right now? I bet they do want my money. Good luck. Anyway, what would my money be paying for? They're definitely not doing trail maintenance out here. They have long ago. That was a long time ago. Like once a decade, whether it needs it or not. Decent uphill. Steepest one yet today. I doubt it'll be all that. I don't remember Yellowstone being all that mountainous. Big hills. And unmaintained trail. These are new rocks. I have no idea what I'm looking at, but they're all over the place. Well, not all over the place, but there's quite a few. There's one. There's one. There's one. Everybody's got a little brown on them. Mine. There's a junction back there. I walked both ways, but neither way was following the line. So I'm just kind of guessing. If I get far enough, hopefully I snap back onto a line and I know which way I'm going. But yeah, I tried right for a while and it was leading away from the line. So I'm like, oh fuck, okay, I'll come back. And then I'm left and I'm still on left, but my dot is still slowly getting away from the red line. Yeah, this app is pretty crappy. Serves its purpose, but man, it could be so much better. Nice, we still got flowers going on. Now, everybody told us that this was going to be a mosquito hell. Yellowstone sucked. Just filled with mosquitoes, day and night. I'm hoping it holds true for us with the limited to no mosquitoes thing. Have not had to deal with them much. And even in the places where we're like, oh man, this kind of sucks. You know, there's a handful of them bothering us. Never had to really deal with them on this trail. And I'd like to keep it that way. Be expecting a sign around here somewhere to tell me I'm leaving one state and entering another. But maybe it burned down. Should be something marking it. I think, oh, there we go. CDT southbounders, welcome to Wyoming. I do remember this. Welcome to Idaho. Oh, I'm gonna chill. Let's see. Oh no, actually, Wyoming looks better to sit. It's got some shade. Kick it here. Take a little break. Eat some tuna. Take my shoes off. All right, we're here. 2 states in 2 days, man. Not bad. Cross those bad boys off the list. Barely have anything to do in this state and it's done. And then Colorado. Well, it is a good thing that I grabbed 2 liters of water back there because I still don't have water for another 6. You don't know because, you know, you don't have that map open yet. So, yeah, glad I grabbed that. I mean, I have like 3/4 of a liter to get me 6 miles. But it's a, overcastish day. I mean, if it keeps up like this, it's mellow as hell. I can take, 100 more miles of this. Talking to Seawolf and that dude, man, I wish I would have grabbed his name. I ran into him 3 or 4 times now. It's kind of a dick move on my part, but yeah, I'm rude. But they told me that the all-you-can-eats going on in those towns are like expensive. Breakfast is 20 something, lunch is more, dinner's like 40 or 50 bucks. For their fancy buffets. I'm not doing any of that, man. 20 bucks for an all-you-can-eat isn't too bad, but I'm going to see if I just can't walk in. Well, I don't know. How well do they guard their food? I've always been like that. Like I remember at one point in my youth, I was dating a stripper. And when you date strippers, you're not allowed to go to that strip club anymore. I had no idea. Rules. They don't want you to like see your old lady dancing on some dude and get upset. So I was barred from the place, but they knew my face. So I had to start dressing in disguise. I'd put on a beret and glasses and shit. And I'd just wait outside until a group of dudes were coming in. I'd just walk in with those dudes. So, maybe I can do something like that. I don't have a beret, but I've got glasses. Maybe I can, I don't know. I'm gonna see what the situation is. If I can get myself some free food, I will. But I highly doubt I'm paying 20 plus for one meal. That's outrageous. But it is, a tourist area, so that's how it goes. But let's see what kind of magic we can work. Things work out for me all the time, man. I'm just going to leave it to the universe. If it wants to feed me, I will be fed. Okay, able to look at the map. And Grant's Village is the next place we're headed. And it's only 40 miles away from where I sit. No problem, man. I'll do another 10, 15 today. A bit tomorrow. And I'll be in there the day after for breakfast. If all works out. There is hitching involved, so, and that is kind of one of my weaknesses. I always get my hitch. It's just not always easy. Sometimes it is, though. But here, it's a hiker area. I look very hikery. I think I should be able to get it down. Maybe the guys will have caught up by then. And if I crash there, then I don't have to have a permit. Yeah, not bad. But then I got to hitch back out. I don't know. I hate hitching. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it all goes, man. Now, I've only seen, maybe there's other reasons, these get all dirty, brown like that, because that's where the snow level was. And they're up here. That's well above my head. Don't know how long ago it was that snowy. But yeah. Imagine this place under 6 or 8 feet of snow. Screw that. Just started moving again. I move slowly when I first start. I was wearing 2 pairs of socks. I normally do. But I hadn't worn these ones yet. Well, no, I guess not this far. I'm pretty sure I'd worn them before. But they started wearing my feet raw, and I just kept walking through it. Right at the border, I just changed them. Well, took them off, and I'm just wearing my darn Tufts now. But there's so many designs on those socks, and I didn't realize that any designs, if you turn the sock inside out, there's all sorts of like threads and stuff on the inside. And so that was a lot of texture, and was just wearing my feet raw. But I like to let a little bit of pain happen, because that tells your body, hey, I better build more callus. And I'm going to need calluses in the weeks to come. I plan on abusing my feet. Sorry, guys. I'm pretty abusive to those things already. I don't buy them good shoes. Don't give them proper brakes. I do massage them, but, what's a massage after being beat up for 30 miles? The temperature really drops around here when you get some clouds. I'm not sure if I can make it, but in another 13 is the highway. And I can legally sleep on the highway. Yellowstone does not own that. I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to legally camp. I didn't see anywhere that said campsites or anything. I'm definitely not making it to the, touristy Old Faithful area. Nor would I want to, because hotel rooms there are probably $500 a night. I saw those big old hotels where the presidents have stayed and stuff, and if a president stayed there, it's worth more. So far, 99% of our presidents have been douchebags. Probably 100%, but I'm going to give a little leeway. There might have been a good one in there somewhere. Well, most of them are douchebags. Most people who kind of want that power have something wrong with them. But yeah, last time I was in there, they did let me have a free shower while I was there. That was pretty cool of them. But they were giving tours like, the president of so-and-so stayed here. Like people care. They all piled in the room to look at it like, ooh, so-and-so laid in his bed. Wow. I don't find that exciting in the least. I don't know how people get all worked up over that. The same way with celebrities. Lady Gaga sat in that chair. You're like, oh my God. Wow. No. I give two shits. I've sat in a chair too. It's not that hard. So yeah, I think I'm going to do my best to make it to the highway. And there's a parking lot there. I can crash in a parking lot. Slept in way worse places. And then I don't really see anywhere where I'm allowed to sleep. Rules, you know. So far, Yellowstone is pretty ugly. Other than the touristy shit, there is nothing here. A little boardwalk area, some geysers, maybe a mud pool here and there, a really warm river, and that's it. Other than that, I remember it as just kind of walking. Nothing real exciting. Really, for me, the most exciting thing are these old trees that are still standing. I dig it when the char gets knocked off by the wind. And you get the cool shapes going on. And pretty much as I remember it, boring. At least it's flattish. That's the only saving grace. But yeah, Yellowstone is, for the most part, boring. Touristy areas are kind of cool, but it's covered in tourists. And if you want to buy anything, it's got to be super duper overpriced. Well, yeah, mostly boring. Remember later on there are more trees, but still boring. I am bored. It's less entertaining than the basin. I remember Yellowstone being pretty lame, but this is even worse than I remember. This flat spot right here is the most interesting thing I've seen in hours. Yep, that was cool. Let's carry on. I decided to walk off trail a bit. There are bubbling mud pits over there, but I can smell them from here. Smells like a big fart. I can't smell very well, but that smells like a big fart. Yeah. Pleasant. Bubbling mud. Doesn't sound that exciting. Yep, and it just looks like a wet spot to me. Once I see some steam pop out of it. So it's a hot, wet spot. I can make those myself. I mean, they turn really cold quick, but I don't have to sleep in it. I finally made it to the lake. This is where we're getting our water from. It's a decent sized lake. I hear it has leeches in it, but I don't know. Let somebody write in the comments, be careful if you go swimming. It's got leeches. Doesn't look like it's going to be easy to get the water either. Yeah. We'll figure it out. We always do, don't we? Where is a nice place to sit and filter? Huh. Yes, log, you will do. I can use some of your many arms hanging out here to hang my junk from. Not my junk, but my water filter junk. I mean, I might hang my junk over one of these branches. You don't know. I'm not allowed to put that stuff on YouTube. Okay, so it's 4:30. I still have 8 miles to go until the parking lot. There is a campsite right over here, but I have to have a permit to sleep there, so I'm not. Plus, I hear it's a shit campsite. Definitely a possibility of rain, but I don't think it's coming this way. You never know out here. It's coming towards me, but off that way just a little bit, so I think I'll be good. And worst case scenario, no, those pit toilets are too far away. Huh? Those are after that. I was like, I can make it to a pit toilet and just sleep in there. But no, those are further. Old Faithful Village is only like 10 miles away. I could technically make it there, but there's no way they're going to let me stealth camp around there anywhere. They'll be like, no, you got to get a $500 room. Or go to jail. I don't know. I don't know what happens. But I'm going to wander. It's mostly downhill, so that's convenient. Lots of dragonflies around here. I'm a big fan of dragonflies. Decent sized ones, too. Come back here. I just watched one pick up a bug off a plant. And I guess he didn't like it because he just threw it down. And it had wings, so it flew away. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then we get the little damselflies as well, the little blue ones. They're like dragonflies, but different. Oh, hey, two of you lining up for me. Thanks, guys. We need more of those in the world because they eat mosquitoes. Up here is the first campsite. We might as well look at it as we walk by and make fun of it. Tent site OEI. There's their bear hang. What a joke. Bears can climb trees. Yeah, so putting your food right there on a tree, it would not stop a bear. Yeah, I was told this was a shit site. That there was nowhere really to camp or anything. You just kind of park it in the marsh and hope for the best. There's a few spots over here. Hey, we got a human. How you doing, human? So this is the campsite that people pay for. You can sleep over there or maybe over there. You know, every once in a while a log might come down and crush your skull. But as long as it happens in your sleep, what does it matter? You don't even know about it. For free, this is a pretty okay site. If you pay, it's shit. I believe I'm going to carry on. I am pretty sure this is where Count and Lucky Strike are going to end up. Because they're still probably 5 miles behind me. Just guessing. I'm going to carry on. So I met the Nomadic Norseman is his name. He just got here a bit ago. Which I don't know how he's going southbound. I would have seen him. Oh, those were his trekking pole marks. Okay, that makes sense because they were big feet too. Every once in a while I'd see a footprint, but not the whole thing. I am electing to carry on though. I don't want to just sit here the rest of the day. I still got hours I could be hiking. I'm willing to bet if I push it real hard, I can get to Grant's Village by tomorrow. Maybe there's some Wi-Fi there or something. Upload. You know how it goes with me. I'm not sure what Grant's Village is like. Because I know Old Faithful Village, man, there's cops everywhere. So I'm hoping it's not like that in Grants Village. But if it is, it shall test my stealth camping abilities. Because I'm not paying, man. That guy said he paid $25 for that site. I am not giving him $25 to sleep. And then he said there's paid sites as well. I guess you go there and give a man money and like, please may I sleep here in your crappy, uncomfortable campsite. Weird thing about that dude is he had an Ursack hanging and one of those big old carbon fiber bear cans. And I was like, because I saw the bear can in front of him, I was like, is that Ursack yours too? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh man, that dude's going all out. It's a lot of food carrying capabilities right there. Maybe he's planning on spending a really long time here. I don't know. But the can and the Ursack together probably weigh like 3 pounds. I'm not a fan of Ursacks. I think they're kind of a dumb idea. People get them and they tie them to the base of the tree. I remember one couple on the AT, they were about 2 days in on their little trek, and they tied it to the base of a tree, and a bear came over and chewed the hell out of it. And bear saliva goes right through those things because they're not waterproof at all. So he just crushed all their food up and drooled all over it. And they had to pick out what they could so they could go back 2 days, get more food, and then head on out. Now, if you're going to carry an Ursack, why the fuck would you put it at bear nose height and tie it to a tree? That's not going to do any good. Just give it to the bear, man. Open it up. Give him your food. You'll still have the sack left. But if you're going to have it, hang it in a tree. Like, I sleep with it, but if you're sleeping with it, what's the point of having an Ursack? I guess maybe you can shove it in the bear's mouth if he comes in to attack you. Just here, take my food. You can't eat it, but you can definitely gnaw on it for a while. Nah, I got better places to be than that crappy campsite. Plus, I'm not legally allowed to stay there anyway, so if I'm not legally allowed to stay anywhere, I might as well keep pushing on and not legally sleep somewhere else. They have forced my hand. And after thinking about it for a bit, there are 2 bear hangs they had in there. They were both right next to where you sleep. Which, even though I'm confident that the grizzly can climb up there and get your food, it's in a tree. I've seen grizzlies scale cliffs. No shit, they straight climb up cliffs. Like, they have some severe upper body strength, man. So when it cannot get to your food, do you think it just gives up and goes away? Or does it eat your ass? That's what I'm going with, man. I think that's a pretty crappy setup they got there. Let's hang our food right next to where we sleep. You might as well just sleep with it. Slightly more manicured through here. Trail is a little narrow for my tastes. I don't like walking in a rut. Quite often when the trails are like this one's a little wider than some of the ruts. But, I walk on the edge because it's just easier than your feet hitting the sides every time. But this is also a waterway at some times of the year. So they dig a little deeper. Shadows are getting a little longer. I'm getting tired. I'm going to sit down on this log for just a minute with my... Oh, yeah. Sometimes you just sit down with your pack on. Yeah, just rest the legs a bit. I know there's a boardwalk coming up in a few miles, and that should make walking all the easier. But I mean, this is a pretty cruisy trail. Very slightly downhill the whole way. That's nice. I should still have enough sunlight to make it another, I don't know, 4, maybe 5 miles. I'll see how the parking lot is if I don't like the parking lot, because of course I have to worry about rangers messing with me because they've got nothing better to do, and I kind of look like a criminal, so they get an erection when they see me. You can tell by the look on their faces, like, oh yeah, let's go get that guy. And I got almost no criminal history. I have a recent one, but you know, that doesn't count. So I'll check that out, and if it's, you know, there's not going to be any decent stealth spot there, I might go sleep in the privy. I've slept in privies before. Privies are bear proof. Sounds safe to me. My dogs are barking now. I wore those socks too long and I chewed my feet up pretty good. I might actually get a little blister on one of my toes. But the pads of my feet are what are really hurting, but those things are well calloused. So if I get a blister underneath them, it's gonna be a pretty gargantuan one. And then you lose the callus. That's kind of the fear. You gotta push it to a point so you build more, but not push it so much that you lose it. I used to have this huge callus on the back of my foot. Huge. And I got a blister under it. I didn't think I could. And it popped that whole callus off. I had never seen such a thing, but yeah, I had this like 2-inch blister that wrapped all the way around my heel and just completely removed my callus that I'd been building up for decades. Comes in really handy. Even when I get pedicures, I tell them leave that alone, because I use the calluses on the back of my heels to scratch my legs when I'm laying down. I don't want to have to sit up and reach down and scratch anything below my knee. So anything below my knee I can scratch with my feet. Calluses have many purposes. Hopefully I get where I'm going before, dusk happens, because that's when it starts getting spooky out here. It's already, a little spooky knowing that there could be a man-eater out here or a moose. They're man stompers. There's 2 things here that will kill me dead if they want to, and there's nothing I can do about it. And they could be anywhere. Could be right there. Could be right there. And moose, for as big as they are, just blend. There could be one standing right there, and you just walk right by and not even notice it. It's crazy how well they blend. Not even camouflage, but somehow they are. But once the sun starts going, that's when, it gets a little scarier. They all see in the dark. I don't see very well. And my level of paranoia just rises because it's human nature. It's dark. Everything's scarier when it's dark. Even as I'm throwing out air quotes, grown-ass man, I'm still scared of the dark. I don't think that fear will ever leave me. Doesn't stop me. It just, makes me a little more paranoid while I do the things I do. Oh, my first bear sign here. But that's just brown bear. I mean, black bear sign. My bad, black bear. Way too tiny to be grizzly shit. And it's super old. I'd give it last season. Looks like it's been snowed on several times. Black bears are not the scary ones. I mean, everything's scary when it's coming up on you in the dark, even cows. But, black bears aren't that scary. Ooh, my feet hurt. I'm going to stop and check on them, just be on the safe side. Right here. Yeah, I got blisters, but not where I expected them. Like back of the heel and stuff. It kind of wraps around the edge, tender spot. The pads of my feet, these guys are a little swollen. But look at that callus. I mean, this one's got pretty much the same thing going on. Just little blisters going. And then the pad is a bit swollen, but I'm not going to bother with the pad. I'm just going to wrap up my heels with some big Band-Aids. I'm not shocked I got little blisters. I'm kind of shocked where they're at. I expected them other places. I didn't even know my heels were hurting until I saw them. But I'm at like 33, 34 miles right now for the day. So, you know, this little skin's bound to fall off. Just the weak stuff, though. All the strong stuff stays. And I need to toughen these things up. I plan on doing big days. I'm just still in training for it. But in no time, we get back to the car. And then I get dropped off at Rollins. It'd be cool if they'd take me all the way down to Chama and drop me off there so I could go northbound. Because if I go southbound when I get to Chama, I'm stuck in Chama. There's no buses, no trains, no planes. It's fucking Chama. Nothing happens there. So I'm not sure how to get out of there. It's not even a good place to hitch. So we'll figure that out when we get there. But more than likely they'll drop me off in Rollins and I just head south. But it'd be nice to start off in Chama and head to Rollins. Because Rollins, at least I can get out of there. But not many places are as small as Chama. It's a tiny little town. When I get dropped off, I want to start doing like 25s, 30s, you know, occasional 40 if the terrain is nice and easy. Damn near every day. Because I don't want to freeze to death. But like I've been saying, at least Colorado has plenty of low routes. So if I don't feel like going over a mountain, I'll take a low route around it. I have no qualms on that. And so far, everybody I've talked to said the San Juans just fucking sucked. You know, and they weren't even dealing with all the blowdowns. They were dealing with snow and blowdowns. And they were still like, no, there was a shit ton of blowdowns. And that's just what was on the surface of the snow, or, you know, hiding just below the surface. Now that there's no snow, I imagine there's going to be way more. But everybody talked about doing less than a mile an hour for days in a row. No, I'm not doing that. San Juans cannot be that beautiful to be worth it. I've already seen the winds. What are the San Juans going to be? No. I'll let them clear it out once they cut me a path. I'll come hike their trail. But they got to accommodate me. I'm a fucking diva. I finally found what's been tearing up my ankle. You wouldn't believe it. This tiny little seed thing on my fingerprint. Yeah. That has been stabbing me in my ankle. I couldn't find it. I was like, screw it, man. I'm going for it. And you know what I'm going to do to that little thing? I'm going to turn it into poop. Take that, you little thing. That's what you get for messing with me. Oh, yeah, I got to tie my shoe. Hope it's not poisonous. It is a bit tart. Nom, 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 nom. That's what you get for hurting me. Now you poop. Oh, it is so much easier to walk when you're not in pain. Well, minor pain. It's really slowing me down. Some pain you can walk through, and other pain you just keep making it worse. And I was in that phase. Little blisters I got will harden up in no time. Especially if I can get to Grant's Village tomorrow. Because that'll give me a whole day to relax before they even show up. I bet at best they'd be there the day after around lunchtime. At best. I bet a little later than that. So that'll give me time to just kick back, rest my feet, hopefully eat some food. But now it's all super pricey. And maybe upload some stuff. Hopefully there's some Wi-Fi around there, because I know I'm not going to get any signal in here. This is the closest thing I've gotten to a view all day. A view of hills. Yes. How exciting. That stump there is straight staring at me, man. It looks like a little demon, you know. Like it's crouched and ready to attack. Tell you, I came around the corner at night and saw that. It might have freaked me out a little bit. I don't remember which trail I was on. I think it was the Appalachian. But I was walking through and there's, you know, the stumps and some of them were burned and whatnot. And it turns out one of them was a bear. Didn't even know it. He didn't know I was there. We saw each other and he was like, oh shit. And I was like, oh shit, you know. But I thought he was a stump. Sometimes stumps are things. Sometimes they're just stumps. Oh, I can start to see blue water and stuff ahead. Is it steaming? Oh, it sure is. Oh, I'm getting into that touristy part. I'm going to walk right through it, too. I'm not standing around waiting for eruptions to happen. It's not that kind of time. As you can tell, there are no more shadows left, which means there is no sunlight. And I still have a handful of miles before I make it somewhere. I'm not sure where this destination is. Why they got to make this shit so complicated? I can hear vehicles getting close to something. Yeah, they sound close. Not just the engines I'm hearing, I'm actually hearing rubber on the road. Hopefully this opens up. You get that boardwalk soon. And they go, oh, that's got to be cruisy, huh? Under the boardwalk. Although I don't think I can get under the boardwalk. But if I can. Here is my water supply and a log jam to cross on. Nice. Ooh. Grab myself a few liters. And I don't know, keep walking. Hope I find something. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Too many of these little knobs in the way, man. Pop out of my little trail. I get a sign that tells me that lake was 7 miles ago. Didn't feel like it. Felt like 20. Look at the size of this trail. Now you know we're getting to some cruisy stuff. It'll go from this to boardwalk. Boardwalk's in less than half a mile. And now the clouds have turned pink yet, so the sun is not setting. It just must be behind a cloud or a mountain or both. That means I still have a little time. Or they turned pink while I was in there and I didn't notice. Have you guys been pink yet? You have? Damn it. I better hurry up. It's an interesting shaped rock wall, it really is. I have not seen its like. Hiking groups of 3 or more. Do not hike after dark. I'm gonna die. Okay, how do I get onto this boardwalk? Oh, right here. Hills, yeah. Look at all the steam coming around. Oh, this is my first one in the wild. Am I allowed to walk on the boardwalk that close to him? I'm just gonna like chill and walk by, no big deal. I didn't know they only had hair on their front legs. Oh, no, I'm out of here, dude. No, I'm out, I'm leaving. Oh shit, there's another one. Those things are huge. I've never actually been this close to one. I've only seen them like while driving. Oh, finally a hot spring. Soak our feet. Okay, so yeah, they just walk right up and over these things. Okay, I felt mildly safer being on it, but no, that's not going to help me at all. Okay, I'm going to go this way. Oh, splashy. Well, yeah, that's cool, because last time I came here, there was 0 of the bison running around. And I got to see 2 in 30 seconds. Sorry, I was zoomed in a little bit and I didn't realize it. I don't often look at the screen. Uh-oh, we got pink clouds. But yeah, I don't often... Ooh, that stinks. I don't look at the screen while I'm recording. I glance down at it every once in a while. Oh, hikers. Ooh, wonder where they're headed. I am curious. I wonder if I know them. Oh, so I totally lucked out. Ran into honey badger and collector. I have not seen them since Ghost Ranch. Awesome. They have a permit for a site, so I'm cool chilling with them tonight. Oh, such luck. I just ran into them on the boardwalk. From a distance, I was like, holy shit, is that them? Because I figured I just missed them. That's how it works. But no. Awesome. Everything works out. So, hanging out with them. I'm eating my dinner, and see you in the morning.